Take it away.
Thanks. That was a very sweet introduction. So I am having a little bit of crazy technical difficulties. So I have my slideshow on my laptop and I'm talking to you from my desktop. Hopefully this doesn't go crazy, but just bear with me if anything is weird. At least I can just keep talking even if my slides fail me. But I am super excited to share with you guys about building trust with your cold market, because like Becca said, there's really no way, if you have big goals to build this business and have it be the freedom-making business that I think we all want it to be, you have to think about your cold market. I would say from day one, just start plugging away, because it's something that you just put one drop in the bucket over a consistent amount of time, and you will find that it is just a huge source of not only great prospects for coaches and customers, but just amazing people that you've never met before, that it just enriches your life and you're able to enrich theirs. So without further ado, I am going to attempt to share the screen on my laptop. Hey, it's working. Okay. All right. Let me just get started. Okay. This is so weird. I'm like, okay, building trust with your cold market. So a little bit about me. I am a mom of 3 amazing little ones. These are my 3 kids, and I had them all in 3 years. And I started coaching when my youngest was 4 months old, and he was not sleeping through the night at all. So I know how difficult it is to build this business in the cracks of motherhood, with sleep all over your body and exhaustion and all that stuff. But truly implementing small changes and being consistent, even if it's just in the tiniest things, can be amazing motivation or momentum for your business. So this is my husband right here, this picture up on the top right, and I lead the team called the Shine Tribe. It is the best team in all of Beachbody, and you cannot convince me otherwise. So to grow a sustainable business, you have to expand to your cold market. I'm going to say that again. To grow a sustainable business, you have to expand to your cold market. Scotty Hobbs, who's one of the leaders in the Bombshell Dynasty, says, there's only 4 aces in a deck of cards, right? You can keep flipping through your warm market over and over again, but if those people aren't ready, if those people aren't coach material, if those people are not seeing the vision, you can't find more than 4 aces in a deck of cards. You have to expand to your cold market. And to reach your cold market, you have to build trust. So when you first begin as a coach, when you have your warm market is great. They're mostly people who know you. They already trust you as a person because you're their friend, or you're their daughter or their cousin or their friend's daughter's cousin, but somehow they know you, and so you've already got their trust. But they don't trust the programs. So that's why being a product of the product is so important. You have to get them to trust in the programs, and then you're golden. They want to join you. They want to take part of what you're taking part in. When you're building with your cold market, you have to build trust twice. You have to build trust in you and in the program, because these people don't know you from Adam. So that just takes a little bit more work, but definitely worth it. So as Becca said, I'm a Star Diamond coach. At this point, and has been for a while, 90% of my customers and coaches are from my cold market. Pretty much my warm market is like, if they want to join, they can. I don't really pursue my warm market too much anymore. They know my story. They've heard it for almost 2 years now. So I really focus almost all my energy on recruiting from my cold market. So I knew that I needed to do this from day one, because I did not have a big warm market. I was homeschooled. I didn't have a high school or high school friends to build my warm market. I didn't go to college. I have an associate's degree from a community college, and, the neighborhood that my community college was in, you don't want to make friends there. Like, I did not have friends from college. I grew up in a small church, so I don't have like this huge church family that are all my friends. I've been a stay-at-home mom for the past 6 years. I don't have work friends. in my warm market. And I'm an introvert. I'm not going to go up to strangers and just start talking to them about Beachbody and how they should join my team. That's not who I am. And I live in a big city, which you might think is good for expanding your market, but it's not, because in a big city, everybody walks around like this. Nobody trusts you. Nobody wants to say hi to you. I mean, you know, it's not a place for like just building friendships with like every old person along the street. So I knew that I had to build my cold market from day one. I didn't take that as an excuse that I couldn't be successful. Just figured it out. All right, so trust, right? Like I said, that is the most important thing, because, you know, people do not buy products. They buy you. People don't choose to join your challenge group because you've given them all the facts about the 21-day fix, or you've given them all the facts about Shakeology and all the ingredient list and why it's good. I mean, that maybe piques their interest at first, but they really buy you. So taking the time to build trust with them is the only way that you are going to be able to attract people, be able to keep them around, and be able to build your business and build your team. So this is something that I have been learning a lot about, and it's called a sales funnel. And this is something that if you are, you know, at all familiar with business, especially online business and network marketing, online marketing business, you know about the sales funnel. Basically, there is this huge group of people online, and you want to connect with those who connect with you, who connect with your vision. So the first thing you have to do is get found. You have to be able to, you know, have people see you and notice you, and you have to grab their attention. That comes from adding value. Once you've got their attention, and let's say they want to take the next step and learn a little bit more about you, you need to build awareness over who you are, what makes you tick, what you are passionate about, and that is where you share your story and you share your why. Then people start to evaluate, okay, how much do I really trust this person? What kind of, you know, what kind of relationship do I want to have with this person? They're trying to figure out how far they want to go with you. It's kind of like dating, actually. So that is where it's great to give them something free. Continue to build trust with them by investing in them before they've ever invested in you. Having a free group, an ebook, meal plan, the 30-day trial of Beachbody on Demand. This is where you are kind of like giving them a preview of what doing business with you would be like. And then finally, if they evaluate you and they say, yes, I like this person, I trust them, then they will make the purchase or sign up on your team. You can invite them to join your challenge group, and you can, you know, convert them from a random stranger all the way trickling down to a lifer, as Shalene says. So let's go into each one of these levels of the sales funnel. First, capturing attention. So in order to do this, you have to get into the mind of your niche person. I feel like I've talked about this so many times, but I'm just going to talk about it again because it's so important. If you don't know who your niche person is, you absolutely have to, because the more broad that your, you know, your adding value content is, the less people it's going to impact. We are impacted by things that are specific to where we're at in our lives, where we're at in our struggles. So for me, for example, I know that my niche person is probably a mom, is probably someone who has young children, is struggling with regaining her identity, is struggling with regaining her body. So things that capture their attention is things like how to heal diastasis recti, which I think I spelled wrong, but I'm not sure. Anyways, it's that gap within your abs that happens when you are pregnant. That's one of my most popular videos. How to make baby food from scratch, how to use a Moby wrap, fun and expensive date nights. Most of all these things, other than the first one, really don't have to do with fitness at all. But that is what captures the attention of my niche person. So it's great to post about fitness. It's great to post about Beachbody. But my niche person is not going to be on Pinterest searching for workout videos or workout tips. Like, she's just trying to survive the day. She has a newborn. She wants to know about, whatever, breastfeeding tips and stuff like that. So I want to create content that maybe has nothing to do with fitness, but it speaks to my niche person. It gets us that first connection where I can capture her attention, and hopefully she'll want to continue a relationship with me. So that is the first part of the sales funnel. The second part is to build awareness and build trust. And this is where your Facebook page really has to be on point. You really want to have regular things about fitness. So maybe you don't capture them with fitness, but once they come into your home, your Facebook page or your blog or wherever you're directing them, you should have things about fitness. You should have things that add value in regards to being healthy, recipes, fit tips, favorite workout gear, etc. And you also want to make sure that you're breadcrumbing your story, right? This is really like dating. This is really like you're building a relationship. And if all you are is an ad for Beachbody stuff, that is not really showing anyone who you are. That's not really showing anyone, could I be friends with this girl? Is this a real person? Does she struggle with the things I struggle with? You have to breadcrumb your story on your Facebook page along with the fitness value-adding posts. And then inspiring others. Like, let people see you as someone who, you're not perfect, but they can come to you and feel safe. They can come to you and feel nurtured and encouraged and uplifted. That builds trust with people tremendously. So then they're evaluating you. This is where you have to just make them fall in love with you. This is where you just give them as much free, helpful information as possible, whether you run a free group, you do a free webinar, you have a free ebook, a free meal plan, a workout calendar. This does take work. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Some of the stuff Beachbody has on their website, and you can download it, and obviously the 30-day Beachbody On Demand trial is ready-made for you, but I think it's worth investing time and having some sort of freemium, as they call it, that you can give someone. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as complicated as you want, but it could just be a free group. But this is where you just show them everything that you want to give to them, and you just lay it out there that this is what our relationship would look like if you want to take it to that level. And then that's when it's time for them to make a commitment. You can be bold at this point. You can ask for exactly what you want. Walk across that bridge that you've been building. You've been spending all this time and effort building trust with your cold market. Make it easy for them to know where to order, how to order, when to order, how excited you are to have them finally making this commitment. And I know that this whole sales funnel seems like a lot of work, and it seems so tedious, and it seems like you're putting in all this effort. But like I said, when it comes to your cold market, they don't know you. You have to put in the time. You cannot, it's like, forgive me, but it's like a guy just like walking up, wanting a one-nighter with a girl at a bar, and it's like, you don't know me, I don't know you, you gotta give me flowers or something. Like, you have to invest in the relationship, and yes, it takes time, but in the end, my best coaches are challengers that I invested in, got to know them, asked them questions. So by the time they were my challengers, we already felt like we could have been friends forever. And then when I asked them about coaching, they were like, yes, totally. I trust you. I want to join your team. Like, you have to put in the work at the beginning, but the result is so just delicious when you have that relationship with people. So some other ways that build trust with people beyond the sales funnel, you have to look like you know your stuff, because these people don't know you. And when they come to your home, your Facebook page, or your blog, you've got to, all they can go by is what they see. So make it good. Make it a professional-ish profile picture. No random photos you've been tagged in. Becca did a whole call on this. Your curb appeal, consistent posting, no crazy Facebook game notifications. Guys, this is important, because you're telling them what kind of person you are, and this is the only view that they have to you. This window on Facebook is their only view of who you are. You have to be strategic about it, or you're going to erode all that trust that you've been building with them. And then establishing rapport. So I do this through an application. I have an application that I have people who want to join my fitness challenges fill out. And yes, I ask them what their fitness goals are and, are they already working with a coach? Just some of the basic questions. But then I try to ask them things that kind of gives me an idea of who they are as a person. Like how many kids do you have? Where do you live? What's your biggest struggle? What have you tried in the past? What's your favorite guilty pleasure? And when I get that information, then I can start building a rapport with them. And I can say, oh my gosh, you live in Michigan? My mom is from Michigan. What part of Michigan are you from? And oh my gosh, guilty pleasure. Yes, ice cream. I would eat it every night if I could growing up, da, da, da. And I start sharing who I am and I start connecting with them where they're at. And all of a sudden, we've got these similarities. We know a little bit about each other. And so, before when my application was kind of just cut and dry, I would respond to them and I wouldn't get any response back because, I don't know, somebody told me, oh, I thought it was just an automated message or something like that. But once I started asking more details and then I started writing specific emails, I do have a script that I can just throw in a few sentences that establish rapport that I can relate to them on. And that has made a world of difference to establish this trust with them. So the last part, my calls are short and sweet with my team. So the last slide here is that when it comes to building trust, you really do have to get creative and think outside of the box. Think of it as a relationship, like I was saying. I like to do, I have a good Facebook like page, or fair, I would say. And I like to run Facebook ads, not just on my now accepting applications for my next group. I like to run Facebook ads on unconventional stuff that show who I am as a person, because I want my audience to start trusting me, to start, maybe it's something that's like a humorous thing. Humor is an awesome way to build trust. I don't know about you, but if somebody shares something that's hilarious, I'm like, oh, we could be friends. I totally trust you for some reason because you think this is funny and I think this is funny. So we must be cool people. So I run Facebook ads sometimes on unconventional things just for the sake of building trust. So then when I ask for applications, people aren't scared to message me. They're like, oh, Vanessa, she, whatever, had a crazy day and she posted that crazy picture and I've had those days too and I feel like I trust her. I blog about things other than fitness. I mentioned that before. I let my Instagram show the real me, crazy parts, happy parts, sad parts. Again, personal development is so key to this because who wants to open their life up to strangers? That's not natural to us. But when you dig a little bit deeper and you realize, yes, I need to expand to my cold market for my own business to progress, but also I want to expand to my cold market because what if these people have no one in their life who would support them in getting healthier? What if these people are literally at the end of their rope, not sure what to do, bills piling up, stress on their shoulders like crazy, and one of your blog posts pops up in their Pinterest, and they read it, and they connect with you, and they start, stalking you on Facebook, and one thing leads to another. It's like you're throwing out these lifelines, and you don't know who's going to hold on to it, but it's like I feel compelled to get out the message to as many people as possible, throw out these lifelines to as many people as possible, because there are people drowning out there, drowning in self-loathing and body shaming and financial just bondage and all these things. And it's like, I'm willing to be a little vulnerable to throw out a lifeline to someone who might really, really need it. And so that is really the bedrock and the deep reason why I'm like, reach all the cold market, because seriously, there are people out there. I know how I was before I got this opportunity. So that just meditate on that. Let that simmer a little bit when you're feeling that fear, and let it compel you to just move forward. Who doesn't love when someone opens up and is vulnerable? We respect that person. We hate to do it ourselves, but we respect that person. So that's just my little do personal development, get over your issues, and be vulnerable. And then the last thing, maybe do a poll. Ask people in your niche, what would be valuable to you? What would catch your attention? even myself, sometimes I'll look at my Google searches and be like, what am I searching for? Like, what am I like needing? And then I should maybe be the solution for other people who are like me and searching for that. So that is my, yay, everything went fine. That is my short and sweet call on how to build trust with your cold market. And if there are any questions, I would be happy to answer them. And if not, I love you guys.
That was incredible. I couldn't even read the chat because I don't even think anybody did because we were all so spellbound. We were all just like, oh yes, this is all brilliant. Except now I feel like I need to go do a bunch of things and I have other things I'm supposed to be doing tonight. But that was incredible and so on point and so true. That is something that I knew about you, but I had forgotten in the minute that you've done so exceptionally well and is so unique to your business is that Vanessa really has built her entire business on cold market from the beginning. She doesn't really have a ton of people in her organization that were friends or connected to her really closely before coaching. So, okay, I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you, Vanessa, and open it up